onto the magnificence of the Brooklyn Promenade. And here it is. Welcome to the Brooklyn Promenade. Behind me, the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. Between 1892 and 1954, 12 million men and women emigrated through Ellis Island. Those 12 million people have today become 160 million people. Notice, please, the absolute majesty of the Manhattan skyline. Do you know that entire skyline was built in 63 years? From the MetLife building on 23rd Street in 1908 to the completion of the World Trade Center in 1972. They built the whole thing from rocks, wood, mud, and imagination. Now look a little further down there and you'll see the Brooklyn Bridge. When the Brooklyn Bridge opened, it was the tallest structure in the Western Hemisphere. Only the pyramids in Egypt were taller than the Brooklyn Bridge. It is 1.1 miles across, 65 feet wide, 250 feet in the air. When people first crossed it, they used to say, "Oh my God, I'm so high up in the air, I'm a bird, I'm flying." So now we're going to take a left back in to Brooklyn Heights. Now we're in the money. Columbia Heights is the most exclusive neighborhood in Brooklyn Heights. Over on the left here, that beige building at one time was 2 buildings. In 1972, they burrowed through the bearing walls and they made one mansion. Just imagine the views on the other side. A family bought it called the Collier family. They paid $245,000 for it, which was an obscene amount of money to pay for a house in 1972, but it was market value. They lived there throughout the 20th century, and then they said, let's put it on the market just for fun. They put it on the market. A guy came along. He was about to marry his beautiful Beyonce. So Jay-Z put a bid on the house. Because Jay-Z put a bid on the house, it started a bidding war. Jay-Z's final offer was $8.9 million. Then he withdrew. It sold in 2011 for $12 million. So the story of Brooklyn Heights, 40 years, half a lifetime, 1972 to 2012. This neighborhood goes from $250,000 to $12 million. And Brooklyn Heights becomes Beverly Hills. You know, you can't be in New York and not talk about brownstones. There are more brownstones in Brooklyn than anywhere else in New York. What they really are, they're just red brick buildings that had a brownstone veneer stuccoed on the front. They're all exactly the same. They're 4 stories high, a basement, a sub-basement. They're 30 feet wide, they're 100 feet deep. If any of you remember, Patty Duke lived in a brownstone in Brooklyn Heights. Single-family homes cut up into apartments. Today the trend is they're becoming single-family homes once again. Shall we head